Definitely that time again. So it's 60 degrees out here today. It's gonna feel like 90 because we've been in like the 30s for forever. So that means you got to get out in the garden. So for those of you that don't know, um, we facilitate uh, garden contracts, garden contracts, and landscaping and renovations, property management. We do all of those things, right? So today we got to get out in the garden, right? What better where to start than roses? So I'm gonna run through a couple tricks and tips and pointers for taking care of your garden. Starting off with the rose bushes. Roses need to be pruned. I don't care how thorny they are, how it hurts. You got to get out there and do it, or you're not going to get the flowers that you want. So I got 4 rose bushes here uh, around this bin here, and they're about yay high, which is it's about my stomach to my chest. I'm 6'4" though, so for you guys and everybody else, it's probably about up to your chest. They need to come down to your knees, okay? We're talking about 18 inches off the ground, so that the base, most of the plant is from its base, which is underground, the root system. So always remember that it's not what you necessarily see, it's what's underground there that matters. So if we cut these branches back, we're going to look for 3 things, either diseased, dead, or damaged. Triple D. That's what you want to look for. We're gonna search for those. We're gonna get these things down the side so that we can get some pretty nice flowers to pop up in a couple weeks here. This variety here, and I'll flip it around for you, or not. This variety here is a sunny side, and for those of you who follow, they are yellow and white. They come up this really nice um, yellowish color, I believe, and then they turn white, or they come up white and turn yellow. Either way, when you're looking at them throughout the season, you see this popcorn, like it looks like buttery popcorn, which is really cool. And so we got to get this stuff down, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. I'll show you what I'm doing, and then we'll zoom past all the rest of the stuff because it's pretty boring. And but I want you to see what you're looking for. These are beginning to bud out just a little bit. You can see little buds on it, but don't worry about that. It's okay. They will come back. They will grow all year round. Your roses are generally running from frost till frost. As long as you're pruning, that's why you should get out there and prune just a little bit every day. Don't go out and prune all at one time and then forget about them for a month and then go out all again. You're gonna stunt your show. To get a continuous show, a little bit every day, because every time you nip at them, more comes out. So let's see. If I was looking for any disease, I would be looking for spotting, you know, any signs of mold or anything like that. And these here are pretty well taken care of course. But there's going to always be some dead. So let's see. Right here would be a sign of dead. If you could see that, it's a lot darker. Looks like never gonna come back, and it won't. So you don't want your plant sending energy to the dead limbs. You want it to send energy elsewhere so it can produce the flowers. So the goal is to get all of that dead and brittle up. And the easiest way to do that is just to go ahead and hack it down to your knee height first. That'll cut down most of your work. Get them all down to that size. Then start looking for your 3Ds, okay? And so we're going to take a little trip through. We're going to get all of these down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I got some Piggly Wiggly here. I'm probably going to pop those in somewhere along the lines. There's some Nice little perennials. They're dormant, but Miss Piggies is what they call them. Real nice, flappy, rubbery leaves on them, and they shoot up these really pretty pink flowers. They're really nice. I'll probably throw them in and on the corner down there or something like that. Somewhere, I don't know. Plenty places for them to go. But let's get to it. Oh, after that, we're probably gonna put down some preen as well, because you don't want those early season weeds, not necessarily weeds, but the early season germinators to start popping up, and then you'll be fighting weeds all year long. So anytime you're in your bed, you want to tackle a little bit at a time. Go ahead and throw some preen or something down there to prevent that, just to kind of slow that growth down. You're always going to have weeds. You're always going to need to get out there and do something. There's never a sit it and forget it when it comes to gardening. So don't think about it. Let's get to it. So look at these now. They're much better. Much better. Shorter. Much shorter. Much shorter, right? You want them to have a nice V shape. You want them to go outwards. Out, out, out. If you get any branches that want to go back, you gotta cut them out. If you do not cut them out, like that one's going out, that one's going out, but get this one right here. Notice it's going backwards. So I'm gonna look for a node. You got nodes are like the elbow joints. Those are all nodes. Nodes are where the plant's gonna come, where the flower, foliage and the flower is gonna come out. I wanna get that out of there because it's going backwards. All right, because I want all of it to go upward. And that one was a pretty nice one too. It's green. You see that it's got a little foliage on it, a little bit of flowers. I don't know if that's going to focus for you. A little bit of greenery that's going to come out of there. That was a really nice one, but it doesn't matter. It's going to come back. Don't fret. It will come back. So got them cleaned up. We're going to fertilize them. I'm going to throw some of that preen down, like I said. Got a nice tarp full of stuff here. If you're into propagating and making more of them, there's your propagation cuts right there. You can simply put some honey on the tip of them. I personally use a hormone, a rooting hormone, and stick them in some dirt and let them sit there for about 2 months or so. Keep the soil moist, and you get you another rose. You bring that thing out once it gets a leaf or two on it. Stick it in the ground, and you got another rose. Easy peasy. Buy one rose, make 1,000. Okay. We'll keep these tips going next week or some other time this week. There's a pile of shiso right there. Shiso. Really beautiful plant. Purple foliage. Edible. I walk around and I eat it all day. I'm thinking about removing them for this season. I'm not sure, but take a look at them really quick. All of these little florets, you see them, are seeds, which means I'm going to have 1 billion of them. So I'm going to put some preen down so that I could get rid of them. Preen is going to stop them from germinating throughout my yard. But this is really only maybe 3 stalks here. I think there's only 3 bushes here, even though it looks like a whole sea of them. They're gonna come out, see what I mean? Come up fairly easy. And out the ground they go. But right where I dropped it, there's a ton of seeds that are gonna be there. Oh my God. That's fine, because I'm gonna preen it when I treat my yard. And all that stuff goes to the compost. And so I have a compost of shiso, which is okay. So